The Queen's coffin began its journey to its final resting place when it left her beloved Balmoral castle on its journey to Edinburgh. Draped with the royal standard of Scotland and with a wreath of flowers on top, it had remained at rest in the Balmoral ballroom so the late monarch's loyal Balmoral estate workers can say their last goodbyes. The oak coffin was lifted into a hearse on Sunday at 10 a.m. by 6 of the estate's gamekeepers, who were tasked with the symbolic gesture, ready for a 6-hour journey to Edinburgh. Well-wishers have gathered along the route the cortege will take as it travels from Balmoral to the Scottish capital, which is expected to take about 6 hours. It first passed through the nearby town of Ballater, at approximately 10:20 a.m. About an hour later it will arrive in Aberdeen, with tributes expected to be paid in the city's Duthie Park. There was an overwhelming emotion when the Queen's coffin passed through the Aberdeenshire village, where many local people knew her, the local minister said. Reverend David Barr said locals regarded the Windsors as like neighbours, particularly as the Queen had been coming to Balmoral Castle since she was a girl, and people in the area had long-standing relationships with the estate. He said, "When she comes up here, and she goes through those gates, I believe the royal part of her stays mostly outside. And as she goes in, she was able to be a wife, a loving mum, a loving gran, and then later on a loving great-gran, and auntie, and be normal." He added, "Now 70 years, she's given her life, even up to the very last day, she's given a service. So, here in the village, we want to give back, and, by allowing the royal family to come here and go into the shops and have a cup of coffee and not be bothered. That's what this community has done for 70 years, he added. As you stand here today and you watch Her Majesty pass, that will be very tangible and be very real for people, and I think that will bring on an overwhelming amount of emotion. Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said the poignant journey, which will see the Queen's coffin transported to the Palace of Holyrood House, would give the public a chance to come together to mark our country's shared loss. On Saturday, the royal family received the condolences of well-wishers when they viewed floral tributes left in memory of the late Queen at her homes of Balmoral and Windsor Castle. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Prince and Princess of Wales were united in grief when they went on a walkabout meeting the public close to the Berkshire Castle. Earlier that day, King Charles III had been formally confirmed as the nation's new monarch during a meeting of the Accession Council.